Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, January 16th, 2017. Happy Martin Luther King Day. A great day to remember the important contributions that Martin Luther King gave to our country and our society. So for today, we are starting off rather chilly for our January thaw. Wouldn't you say so? Temperatures are in the upper teens to lower 20s over the northern interior, mid to upper 20s in your suburbs, upper 20s to lower 30s along the coast. So clearly, we are starting off rather chilly for our January thaw that is starting to take place. Now, we are going to see warmer temperatures on the way, but this is not a scenario where we're going to be in the 50s and 60s. It's going to be spring-like. We're talking about, for the most part for this week, temperatures are in the lower 40s. We get up to the upper 40s by the end of the week, and a few locations will break 50 degrees by the time we get to this weekend before we start falling back into the 40s once again. So again, for January, it is above normal. There's no doubt about that. But this is not a scenario where it's incredibly warm or warm for that's unusual or record-breaking in any way, shape, or form. With this cold air in place, though, we do have a threat for a little bit of ice in portions of northeastern Pennsylvania. The far northern portions of the Hudson River Valley, let's say around Poughkeepsie up towards Albany, right around there in the central Hudson River Valley on north, and of course for northern Connecticut and of course New England, there is a threat for some sleet and freezing rain for tomorrow as a warm front lifts northward. Currently, right now, we are pretty much high and dry. This is not reaching the ground in any way, shape, or form. It's what we call a virga. And for the most part, we are high and dry over here. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see our high pressure is currently in place right now. This high pressure system exits, and as it's exiting, it will take the support of the cold air with it. So the boundary layer, the surface region, already starts to warm steadily. And by tomorrow morning, we're looking at lows only in the lower to mid 30s. So this cold air is not very deep, it's not very strong, and it's not very dry. So it's going to be able to get lifted out of here pretty quickly. This low pressure system with the impressive lifting here in the plains is going to lift up towards the Great Lakes and then get forced towards the Long Island coastal waters by the time we get to Wednesday morning. While it's doing that, this warm front will lift northward, producing periods of showers starting tomorrow morning and continuing on through the afternoon evening hours. Then this cold front follows on Wednesday with this area low pressure basically tracking from, let's say, about Cleveland to just south of New York City, and then off towards the New England coastal waters. And as a result, it will produce a period of sleet and freezing rain, less than a tenth of an inch really from most locations over northeastern Pennsylvania, central Hudson River Valley, and northern Connecticut for tomorrow morning, changing over to rain. Everybody's rain in the afternoon. So if you have some plans for tomorrow morning for traveling in the far northern interior, do take some time, as there will be some slick road conditions. Everyone else is going to be rain, and then as that low pressure system tracks off, it will continue to produce a pretty good snowfall and freezing mixed precipitation over portions of New England. But for us, we'll be drying out by Wednesday evening with tranquil conditions to follow. So let's dive into this forecast. For today, high pressures in control. Look for scattered cloud cover, highs in the upper 30s to lower 40s throughout the region. For this evening, look for clouds to increase, and by midnight on through tomorrow morning, periods of showers will move into the region. Again, that freezing mix will be watched over northeastern Pennsylvania, the central Hudson River Valley, and northern Connecticut. For the most part, we're looking at low temperatures in the lower to mid 30s, rising steadily throughout the morning. By the time we get to the afternoon, everyone's rain, and temperatures are in the lower to mid 40s. Now here's our low pressure system. It jumps towards the coast on Wednesday morning, looking for periods of showers for Wednesday morning. Look for low temperatures only in the lower 40s. High temperatures only in the lower to mid 40s. My point here is that temperatures do not move at all on Wednesday. It is going to be one of those cool, raw days out there on Wednesday. By Wednesday evening, though, we start to clear out. On Thursday, high pressures in control with scattered cloud cover expected. Look for lows in the mid 30s, highs in the mid to upper 40s On Friday, high pressure starts to exit. Look for scattered cloud cover. Lows in the mid 30s, highs in the mid to upper 40s. On Saturday, an area low pressure will pass to our south with an isolated shower possible. Otherwise, look for scattered cloud cover. Lows in the upper 30s to lower 40s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Now notice this storm track. Basically everything's moving west to east. This storm track is basically dominated by a Pacific air mass from coast to coast. So we stay relatively mild. So by the time on Sunday comes along, high pressure's in control. Look for scattered cloud cover. Lows in the upper 30s to lower 40s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. And on Monday, we'll be watching a very impressive storm start to jump towards the coast. Now, the primary low pressure system is going to be back here in the Tennessee River Valley. That means with this type of wind, it's going to lead to warm temperatures. So this is going to produce all rain for us with this low pressure system Monday into Tuesday. Look for lows in the lower to mid 40s, highs in the upper 40s to lower 50s. But behind this low pressure system is when we start to revert back to our cold and active weather pattern that could produce some rather interesting weather as we head towards late January on through February. So we'll watch that very carefully. That is your forecast discussion for today. Thank you for following NYNJPA weather, and as always, stay safe out there.